Welcome on day 1233. Quote for today is what is quote for today? Quote for today is seek learning in every experience. Now, this is beautiful. I love it. I love how when I have selected a quote, the quote always resonates with my behavior or something for me to get from it. And what I'm picking up right now is that me doing this live with all the muddle headed stuff that happened, also the confusion that happened, where I just came on the live and I said, oh, I think I did this quote before, and then I disappeared. So seek learning in every experience. So what is it that I can learn from this goof up? What is it that I can learn from this awakening? That it sounded as though I have already done this quote, but actually I hadn't. And it's interesting, isn't it? I had not done this quote, but to me, it felt like it's something that I've already covered. And so I exited and then I joined back on a new, fresh live. And then uh, there was stuff that was going on. So, what could be the learning for me in this experience? For me, as I take a step back and I observe all that happened in the last few minutes, I feel the learning for me is to trust myself. The learning for me is to probably get a little bit more organized. The learning for me is to not rush into things. The learning for me is to, again, I cannot force enough, I cannot stress enough on trust myself. So, yes, seek learning in every experience. If I were to be too embarrassed to say that, oh, oops, I goofed up, or if I try covering it up with something else, and I'm not being authentic, I'm not being genuine, I'm not being showing up as best as I can, because for me these are important values. To be authentic is super important. To show up with honesty and kindness is super important. If I cannot be kind to myself, if I make a mistake and I cannot be kind to myself, then how am I going to be kind to the others? And how am I going to be fair to the others if I can't be authentic? So, therefore, there is so much to learn in every experience. Everything that comes your way comes to teach you something. If you are working on a relationship and things are going in a different direction, then you might want to take a step back and understand for yourself, what is it that I'm doing in this relationship that is causing for me to receive a different kind of response from the person? What is it that I need to tweak so that they are more happy? So that the relationship is more fruitful, so that the relationship is more satisfying, so that the relationship grows better. So it's important for you to take learning, to seek learning, to actually look for the learning in every experience, because yes, every experience comes into your space to teach you something. And the thing with experiences like these is, for instance, as I said, the learning, if you don't pick up the learning from an experience, it will keep repeating itself, it will keep presenting itself in different shape and form. Has it ever happened to you that you tend to attract the same kind of people in your world? People, whether it is people at work, people at school, if you're a student, if you're young, people as friends, people in your workspace, you always get the same kind of people who probably mm, like to rely on you for a lot of support, people who like to keep work for the last minute, people who aren't really great as team players, people who are there to teach you patience. So what is it that these people are there to teach you? What is it that these people are there for you to learn from them? What could you learn from the experience of being with such people? Life is very, very amazing as a teacher. Life is a very kind teacher. It makes sure you get the lesson. If you don't pick up on the lesson, it will keep presenting to you the same lesson over and over again. So take a step back as often as you can and understand for yourself, what is it that this experience is teaching me? And if you don't pick up on the lesson, the experience will repeat itself in a different shape and form. You will receive the same kind of people in your world, in your space, who will constantly come there, knock at your door, and say, hey, excuse me, did you pick up on this lesson that I'm here to teach you? And if you haven't, then they will show up again, maybe as another person, maybe as another experience itself. However, the lesson to be picked up would be consistent. Sometimes people show up to teach us patience. Sometimes people show up to teach us kindness. Sometimes people show up to for us to be open. Something that I'd love to share with you is there was I was recently on a short break, and I was in the pool, and there was this little girl who came up to me and she said, "Can I teach you how to swim?" She was outright friendly. She was very um, she just didn't hold back. She was very open, she was very friendly, chirpy. And what I thought from that is such a beautiful lesson here, right? Children, they just don't have boundaries. They are out there, out and about, and then we as adults sometimes overthink situations, and so it begins to then escalate. Let me know your thoughts, and if this has been of value to you, please write and comment saying I am. Please write in comments, I am open, and tag a friend who needs to receive this message. And until tomorrow, keep smiling, keep shining, stay safe, and thank you for connecting the thoughts with me. Thank you so, so much. Thanks.